See here, now discussing about the concept called constructor. Sir, first of all, so what is constructor and what is the use of constructor? It is also a kind of method. Simply to say, it is a special method, special Java method. It has the same name of class. Nothing but we need to define this method using the class name. Suppose if you take the class name is a code, inside how you are defining the methods means what? Static method or instance method. Suppose void method name is a fun. This is the way we are creating and we write some logic here. Logic, right? Now here constructor means it has the same name of class. What is the class name? Code. With the same name only, you need to define the method. This is called constructor. And one more point is return type is not allowed. Return type is not allowed in the definition of constructor. Remove that return type. That is okay. Sir, when the constructor gets execute, see, we know how to create object for code. Just nothing but here it is a we have seen. If you want to create object for code class, code C is equals to new code of. Yes or no? See, this is what? This is nothing but constructor calling. See, look at this. It is just looking like a method calling only, na? So what is this constructor calling? Sir, why? Why I'll explain. First of all, when you will call the constructor, we must call, we must call the we must call the constructor in every object creation process. In every object creation process. So without calling the constructor, it is impossible to create the object. It is impossible to create the object without calling the constructor. Now I will show you. See here in this one, I'm just creating one class, any class name, suppose demo. And inside that, I'm writing that method with the same name of class, demo. Please don't write any return type. And here I'm giving system.out.println. Yes, this is a constructor. Constructor. Sir, when it will execute? When it will execute? Here, when you are creating object demo, any variable name d is equals to new demo of. And this is calling the constructor in object creation. Sir, why calling? Later? You don't worry, it will come. When you run the code, you will get the output is constructor. See, whenever you are calling, this is executed. Every time. How many times you will call? Those many times the constructor gets executed. Suppose here it is demo D1. Next again I am writing demo D2, demo D3, demo D4. Sir, why objects, these many objects you are creating also? I'll explain. Here it is run. In this one, constructor executing 3 times. 3 times constructor executing. So when we use all these things, I'll explain. Just write this code and check the output once quickly. Drop your code. Why constructor reason I'll explain everybody. Sir, what is the purpose of calling the constructor? Where we use exactly? The one concept you need to understand, so that I already told you. Suppose here we already discussed that every program is to store information, is to store information, and then we process the information. Same if you take the banking application only. In a banking application, here it is. All these are account holders. Just consider. All these are account holders. For all these account holders, common information is there. Specific information is also there. So common information means what? It's a static. We declare with the static keyword. Suppose is a bank name, best example. Bank name, once again I'm writing. Suppose HDFC Bank. HDFC Bank. This is the common information and it is free accessible one. Everyone can access. Free access, everyone will share. No restrictions for this one. Sir, how many times it will get memory? I'm giving some information about the static variable here. Static variable here. Okay. Here, one time memory allocation. Enough. One time memory allocation. Free access. Free access. Common information. That is shareable. That is shareable. Now, come to that next one is a specific information of account holder. What is the account number? What is account holder name? What is the balance? What is the PIN number? What is the mail ID, mobile number, address? All these are. At the time of bank application development, can you fix these values? No. Once you deliver the application at runtime, while application is running, the customers are coming, then they are taking the accounts with the different values. Memory will be allocated. Now, few points about this thing. Sir, how many times memory will be allocated? How many times? Get memory every time when object is created. Every time. Is it a free accessible? No. It's a restricted access data. Is it store common information? No. It holds specific information. Is it shareable? No, it's not shareable. It's not shareable. That is the one. So these are the points about the instance. So what kind of variables comes under static? What kind of variables comes under instance? What is comes under static data? What is comes under instance data? Now, what is the purpose of constructor? Whenever you are creating object, what is the purpose of constructor? Whenever you create the object, how we will create object? Suppose if it is account a acc or a1 is equal to new account of, then memory will be allocated like this. Sir, suppose if I create One more object account A2 is equal to new account of. Then the memory will be allocated like this. Okay, how many objects you will create? How many people will take the account? Suppose 1,000 people, 1,000 times you allocate the memory to instance variables. Okay, then what is the purpose of constructor? A very important point. The purpose of constructor is to give the values to these variables. To these variables, values will give. Sir, how to give? There is a parameterized concept, parameterized constructor concept that I'll explain briefly. You don't worry. So first of all, we know that what is the constructor? Constructor is a method with the same name of class. Return type is not allowed. It will execute every time when object is created. Okay, but why constructor? Then into your mind, right, this concept should come: static variables and instance variables. Static variables holds common information, one-time memory allocation. But instance variables get memory every time when object is created. So at the time of object creation, if you want to give values, that is possible using constructor only. That is actually parameterized concept constructor that I'll explain clearly. Don't worry. Okay. This is the concept of constructor. Parameterized constructor, I'll explain in the next class briefly so that you will get the clarity. So all you have to practice: static methods, instance methods, and constructor. Once you good at all these areas, all the remaining concepts easily you will understand. Okay.